just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome everyone to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your boy Tone, and we're back again. The season finale for the Bear Down podcast. Me and my man J Mac here, about to go ahead and lay it down for y'all. And yeah, man, the Bears ended the season week 18 with the L to the Packers 17-9. Ended our season on a sour note, really. 7-10 season, man. Some could say that's an improvement. Some could say we fell short this season, didn't meet the expectations. But let's go ahead and talk about it, Jay. Man, how did you overall, how did you feel about this game, man? The eventual outcome, the 9-17 defeat to the Packers.
First and foremost, fuck the Packers. Get that out the way.
Facts.
At the same time, man, I think we came out lethargic. We came out with no intensity, with no sense of purpose. It's like we just reverted back to game one. That was my take of it at the end. You know, when the triple zeros hit, it just felt like we just reverted back to game one. That it didn't look good. And it looked like we made no type of progress throughout the season at all. It's like all the progress that we made up until that point is like went out the window.
Now, you know, we got beat 38-20 in game one, right? It wasn't that big of a score this time around.
No, it wasn't that big of a score, but at the same time, when you playing the Packers and we playing our rivals, we got to come out with some energy. We got to come out ready to play. We got to come out ready to hit.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's how we came out, as the same, with that same energy as in game one.
I feel you on that.
Even though the scores are different, it just felt like we just came out flat.
Yeah, it was a real sour game to me, man. Like I up until the fourth quarter, I felt like we had a chance. You know, I didn't think we were ever out of the game. I thought the score was close enough for us to, you know, make a run and get it going. But we weren't making the adjustments in the game. Like, we could see what they were doing to us offensively and defensively. I mean, to me, I think Jordan Love is a good quarterback. He's not great. He's not spectacular. No, he's a good quarterback. He was doing what the defense was giving him. He was attacking the middle of the field, underneath stuff, and all that type of stuff, outside of the number, towards the sideline type of stuff. But he wasn't doing anything spectacular. He wasn't throwing through any tight windows or anything. He was throwing wide open stuff in the zone. The Bears never went to man. They just zoned him up, and he took it whatever they gave him. And it was just like, damn, y'all ain't gonna switch up on him, flip the switch on him. We couldn't. Right. The pass rush wasn't getting there, so that wasn't helping the DBs at all in that scheme. So it's like
this game.
It's like dial up some more blitzes if we're not, you know, getting through with the front four. You know, dial up some more blitzes or switch to man or something, because you just letting this dude pick you apart, pick you apart. It was just ridiculous.
It was like they I forgot who it was. I think it was Detroit. When Detroit picked apart that cover two defense, you know, that seemed like that they took the same path. They took the same game plan, and that's how they beat us. that cover, they, as you said, they didn't switch the defense. They stayed in that cover too. They didn't bring no pressure, and we did not get home with their front four at all. Period.
Right.
It's like that guy had time to sit back there and skate. And when you sitting back there in that pocket, and you go through all your progressions, and then patting the ball, and you gotta go back through your progressions. Man,
Oh shit.
we got no type of pressure at all. I think I was saying that throughout our chat. Well, I don't know. I've been chatting with so many other people about this crap. It was just a crappy game. You
Right,
got
right.
that the trenches is what did us, and play calling. I couldn't tell you what the game plan was
What do you
besides
mean?
them running the ball. I couldn't tell you what the game plan was on offense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were all over the place. We couldn't stick to anything consistently. We didn't do anything consistently, and nothing seemed to work, really. Um,
Nah,
it's like our passing game didn't work because our offensive line wasn't holding the blocks. Our running game wasn't work because our running backs just weren't getting that extra. I don't know. They weren't. The effort wasn't the same today for some reason. Yesterday
yep.
for some reason. You know, and it's like I guess that's kind of what you were saying about reverting back to week one because these are things that hampered us in that game. We couldn't do anything consistently against them. You know what I mean? So yeah, we couldn't.
It was like they were playing scared.
Yeah,
I don't understand that mentality that when you playing the Packers, our biggest rival, you gotta be up for that game. You gotta be up just like we are. And them as players, I don't know, when you playing the Packers, man, you ain't helping them up, you ain't dapping them up. Fuck that.
I
Kicking
would
them
never
while
say
they
a
down.
yeah. I would never say a pro athlete or a pro football player, especially playing scared. I don't think they playing scared. I just
I
think they go ahead.
I was just they didn't play like they belong in the game. I'll
Uh,
just say that then. Because
yeah.
they play like, okay, these are some pros and we just high schoolers. You know what I'm saying? It was like they were just going through the motions, like practice reps. And no, I just feel like when you playing the Packers, us as Chicago Bears, you got to be up for that game. I just like you got up for Detroit, you got up for Minnesota,
Minnesota,
you got up for
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
you got up for 3 quarters of the game for Denver. You got to be ready to play, especially the Packers.
Yeah. And they really hurt our revenge tour because we was getting revenge on everybody in the division,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and we
It's
couldn't
like
close it
they
out.
got right. They got to the Packers, man. It's like it's like they threw their hands up. These Packers, oh shit. No, you got to go in there and hit them motherfuckers in the mouth.
Square in
That's
the
just
mouth,
how I
man.
feel about the Packers. Right, exactly. Square in the mouth
I
with a
mean,
brick.
so the streak is what? We haven't beaten them in Lambeau since 2015 and haven't beaten them at all since 2018.
Yeah,
So the streak continues, I guess, the losing streak.
bad, bad as I hate to say it, who got their last victory against them?
We ain't got to say it. We already know what happened. Khalil Mack got that victory. That's how I look at it. Khalil Mack got us that victory.
I knew you was gonna say that. The Bears defense got their victory.
Facts, facts. We
Yeah.
ain't, we ain't finna give it to nobody else. Not the head coach, not the offense, not the quarterback. We giving it to the defense.
Right. You just give it to the team because it's a team sport. It's just that it is what it is. It's a team sport. They all did their part, to win the game
We could
for us.
debate
So
that. We could debate that. Everybody did their part. That's debatable. Like we could,
yeah, it's debatable, but
like we say,
it
Getsy don't do his part every other week. We don't say he ain't do his part.
yeah,
And this
yeah.
is a week he didn't do his part. The play calling was ultra conservative, inconsistent. I
Uh,
mean, you know what, man? We've been talking on the podcast a few times about should we keep Getsy? I've changed my mind. I changed my
Uh-oh.
mind, Jerome. Changed my
Uh-oh.
mind, bro.
Uh-oh.
I think we need to let him walk, man. Let
Let him
Justin
up.
Fields learn a whole new system. He's smart
I,
enough. He could do it. Let that
yeah.
motherfucker Getsy walk.
Well, since we at the end of the season now, I can chime in. Yeah, let him walk. I say you give if we keep Fields, I say you give Janoku a chance. Call some plays. He's a quarterback coach. I'm quite sure he got some type of plays dialed up within Getsy's system. He can run the same system as Getsy, but dial up different plays.
Right. I hear I hear what you say, and I agree a little bit, somewhat. Like the system doesn't change, so the quarterback doesn't have a problem with adjusting, and it's just going to be
And
more.
the same lingo.
Hopefully, is a more consistent play calling or better play calling with him as the caller. However, Janoku, right? He doesn't
Yeah.
have the experience, so to me, it's another chance, it's another risk we're taking with an inexperienced play caller, inexperienced offensive coordinator. I really want us to have somebody with some experience in that position moving forward. It's like,
Yeah. I understand that and I get that, but for me, it depends on if we move on from Justin.
right. I'm saying all things considered, everybody stand except Getsy. That's what I'm saying. If that's the situation, I'd rather for us to have an experienced play caller if we're going to move on from Getsy and not go back to an inexperienced play caller. That's all I'm saying. Because we're just a crapshoot now. It'll be a crapshoot with Janoka. We might like him as far as how he works well with Justin, but we don't know his play calling. We don't know how well he calls plays. We don't know if he's going to be consistent. We might be back in the same boat again next season. Get somebody with some experience. We know their resume. We'd be like, okay, at least we know this man knows what he's doing, and then we can go from there. That's all I'm saying about that situation. You
Okay.
know,
Okay. Yeah, I don't have an issue with that, but I was just going with basically possibly a fresh face, somebody
yeah,
that's already in the building,
right.
and someone who has a rapport with Justin.
Yeah, I understand that. I
That
agree with that part as far as like that. Him having a rapport with the quarterback that could go a long way. I just don't know what he can do but beyond that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean the reason why I say that because if you look at Bobby Slowick, first year offense coordinator, and he blended well with um damn, who was that kid and Stroud.
man, I was gonna
He
touch on
blended
that a
well.
little later on, but since you didn't brought it up, so go ahead, finish it what you were saying. Make your point.
No. Basically, since we had a first year coordinator with him down there with Stroud, maybe a first year coordinator might not be so bad, especially with Janoku knowing Justin, knowing his strengths, knowing his weaknesses, and again possibly staying within the scheme of things,
Right
but just calling better plays.
now, what I was gonna say as a person that has been paying attention to the Houston Texans, I've been watching them because I like Stroud, and I was gonna say this about them. They were a team that were in a similar boat as the Bears last season. Now in playoffs, trying to get a top draft pick, right? Um, and they hired a rookie head coach.
Hmm.
They got a rookie OC, right?
Hmm.
And they flipped the script and they won what, 10 games this year?
Yeah, 10-7.
That should be an indictment against the Bears coaching staff with a rookie coach, head coach, a rookie quarterback, and a rookie offensive coordinator. And they flipped the script from last season to this season. They were in a similar boat as the Bears. Now they 10-7. The Bears should be ashamed of themselves, man. If I'm Ryan
I
Poles, I gotta look at that. I gotta look at that. Like what
I
we fucked up.
I agree, but at the same time, they took a different approach. They didn't strip everything down like we did.
But they didn't strip everything down, but they still had a losing record. We we added pieces this offseason, just like they added pieces this offseason. We ain't talking about how they finished last season in particular. We talk about how they finished last season. However, we talk about how they built from last season to this season. So we were supposedly building from last season to this season with the picks we made and the free agent moves we made, and they did the same thing, and they improved drastically.
Yeah,
Right?
but technically, Blues, Poles, Getsy, their first season they tore it down.
Yeah, I understand that.
DeMarco, they didn't tear nothing down in
But
his
what was
first
their
season.
record? What was their record though? That's all I'm talking
But yeah,
about. The
but that was,
finish.
you talking about last season?
Right. Their record last season was pretty similar to the Bears, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Right.
So whether they tore it down or not, they didn't have any results from last season. Their results were trash as well. So coming into this season, they should have been on the same trajectory as the Bears, or the Bears should have been on the same trajectory as them. And it ended up that they actually improved drastically, way more than the Bears did after a horrible season last year. You know, Bears tore it
So
down last year, but the Bears also supposedly or tried to build it up for this season to when they started. It was
so
very
so so
optimistic this season.
so basically, what you're saying is, even with us being in our second season, we should be 10-7, and they should be 7-10. Is that what you're basically saying?
I'm saying they should be
Because
whatever.
I can feel that too.
I'm saying they should be whatever their record is, 10-7. That's fine. But I'm saying we should be better than 7-10. Yes. Now we had 3
Okay.
losses that in my opinion, our coaches lost those games for us.
Right.
3 of those games the coaches lost for us, and that would make us
We
10 and
probably,
7, right?
I would say probably 4, because that, to me, the Tampa Bay game play calling was trash. And when you on the last drive and you throw 3 straight screens and the defense picks you off,
Yeah.
that's coaching as well. So I give it 4 games.
So all I'm saying is, hey, look, our records probably should mirror theirs, considering where we both came from, and probably even be better considering our coach is not in his first season. He should take some of the experience from that teardown year and build upon it. Our quarterback is not in his first season. Our OC is not in his first season. All of those that last year experience should be something they were building upon, and they did build. They got 7 wins, but my point was Houston should not be better than us right now, and that's the disappointment. Although I picked the Bears to win 8 this season, they very well could have 10 or 11 wins if we look at how the season played out. You know what I'm saying?
I had us going 10-7 actually.
Okay.
I had us at 10-7, but that's neither here nor there right now. So
Yeah.
we
So
we as you were saying, but as you were saying, and I totally agree. Their record shouldn't be better than ours. Not with a 3rd-year quarterback. Our whole coaching staff within their second year. But I don't think we really took off until Blues started calling the defense.
mm-hmm.
Even with those first 2 games, I didn't see no improvement, even offensively. We just look stagnant still. We look like we just getting it, coming out the gates. How we started
Mm-hmm.
flat, 0-4, and we really didn't start picking it up until the Denver game,
Right.
especially offensively, is when we started picking it up. Defensively, he didn't start blitzing and calling it down and up blitzing until the Washington game.
Right.
So to me, that's where the whole improvement really started, is when Flu started calling the defense, dialing up more pressure, dialing up more blitzes, and you can see the adjustment within his game. We didn't see that constant adjust. I mean, we didn't see that adjustment with Getsy, unfortunately. You would see it in a game or 2 here or there, but you got to keep that going, build that momentum going when you got your offense humming.
Yeah.
And then the next game is like we revert back to 20 screens a game and playing behind the sticks.
Yeah.
No, we can't win that way. We can't build no momentum that way. You know, the defense built momentum, but the offense, no. You know, two decent games in a row, then you revert back to trash.
Being conservative again, for sure.
Right.
I'm looking at our defense, and we only had one sack. DeMarcus Walker, I remember that sack. We only had one QB hit, 3 tackles for losses. That is not acceptable, man. One
Mm-mm.
QB hit. We got to put him on
Yeah,
his ass more than once, other than the sack.
yeah. That to me that's going back to them first 4 to 5 games.
Yeah.
And
So
even with Sweat, no pressure.
facts.
He got one QB hit. One.
That's
But
wild.
nothing from nowhere, nothing from nobody else along that defensive line. They were getting driven back, which made me start focusing in on Dexter when Fluke said he needs to still get his pad level down and start attacking the run game a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can see Dexter being driven back, you know, a few times, driven back a few times. You see Pickens being driven back. You see Billings being walled off, and they just taking it up the gut. Well, not they, but shit. Jones running through tackles.
Yeah. Aaron Jones had a hell of a game for them, didn't he?
Right. And
He was
there's, I don't mean to rag on your boy, because I know Jenkins finna get it too, but he finna get it from me as well. But you can't be letting them, them running backs run through your tackles. You got to come
man.
downhill. You got to hit.
I had Aaron Jones on my fantasy team this season, and he was so up and down. It was mostly because of his injuries. He had a couple injuries this season that had him up and down all year. Then he has happened to come back and kick our ass. You know,
Yeah.
both weeks he played against us, he kicked our ass. Week 1 and
Yeah.
week 18, he kicked our ass. Like this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, man.
He picked a fine time to get healthy and
Get his game back. Yeah.
Right. And that he's been a thorn in our ass for a minute.
Man, he averaged 5 yards a carry on 22 carries for 111 yards.
Yeah.
That's pretty good day. It's pretty good day at the office.
That's a damn good day.
Yeah, damn good day at the office.
He made our run defense look like last year's defense. Defense.
By himself, he had more yards than our whole run game, our whole run attack. That's including Justin Fields. Our whole rushing attack only got 75 yards, averaged 3 yards a carry. That ain't 3 yards a carry ain't gonna work, man. That ain't gonna work. We Chicago Bears, man. We run the ball. Come on now.
Well, not yesterday we didn't.
Yeah, we did yesterday.
Because we had I think Johnson, he averaged 4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
20 yards on five carries, I think.
Yeah, that's what we got right here. And Fields, 27 yards.
Didn't do too bad. 8 carries. And Khalil Herbert,
he had a bad
game. He had like 11 carries.
12 carries, 28 yards for 2.3 yards a carry. That's not a good day for Khalil.
No,
Khalil better than that.
Not good at all.
Khalil better than that. And that makes you want to look.
No, go ahead.
I said, Khalil better than that. That makes you want to look at the run blocking. Like that's a strength of ours, but it looks like that was negated yesterday. Because Khalil averaging 2.3 yards per carry ain't a good look at all.
And that to me that interior, which was
that boy Nate Davis soft, man. That boy soft as goose feathers.
Tevin, to me that was the worst game he's ever fucking played.
Yeah, your boy looked terrible.
He was like
yesterday.
a fucking turnstile. Yeah, he was like Lucas Patrick.
Man, I believe they got 5 sacks on us. I believe at least two of them was off of Tevin. At least two of them.
It was 3.
It might have been 3. I thought maybe the third one, but it might be like a half a sack off of him. But yeah, it could have. I said at least 2, so it could be 3. But yeah,
Yeah,
he
they got him on them stunts. It was like he wasn't picking up stunts. Dude, you can see dude, he was playing a 3 tech and he
yeah
came in and
he stunted his ass good, didn't he?
yeah, Tevin tried to hit him with that punch. Dude just swiped this shit away and
Yeah,
he was right in Justin's lap.
yeah. I saw it
And
quick,
that
too
was the
quick.
one that stood out the most.
Yeah, they were getting back there too quick for Justin to throw it away, dump it off, or
Right,
nothing. He couldn't even dump it off. They were like right
right.
there in his grill and shit. Yeah,
You know, it was also like I was saying. I think I said it in our chat. The receivers couldn't even get open.
yeah.
It,
The pass rush was too fast.
yeah, it was like nobody got open. He went what 8 for 9, and then
It wasn't that they didn't
when
get
he
open; they
finished,
couldn't get open because the pass rush. It's like it wasn't because they didn't get separation. They couldn't. It wasn't any time for any of that to happen.
but I've seen on a couple of plays, especially on it was a DJ Moore crosser across the middle.
Uh huh.
Nobody got open.
Hmm.
Nobody, not even Komet. And I know we low on target, but nobody got. I mean, literally nobody got open, bro.
So
And
let's
so
look at the passing game. We only attempted 16 passes. I
right,
know
and what he completed what 10 or 11
11 of
for
those,
140 some yards.
148 yards, 11 to 16, 9.3 yards per pass attempt. But that ain't gonna cut it either. Like we were saying earlier, conservative and inconsistent. You got to attempt more than 16 passes. Come on
Man,
now.
to me, you know when now you know where I'm gonna go with this. Spy, fucker, Luke Getzey.
Luke Getzey is a spy. Everybody. He he
Man, come.
he want to get fired. That's all. Yeah.
I
Um,
hope so. Get
he
rid of
ain't.
his ass.
I mean,
Cause
he should go definitely. I'm with you. I'm aboard with you now, but I don't believe he was spying. Ain't
no,
nobody gonna
but
get hired to get fired.
right, but at the same time, when you play on your former team, it's like you cower. It's
Yeah.
like it's like you know how dude was in Waterboy when he when the coach faced Red Bull U, dude like cowered behind the bench and it's like he hide.
Yeah.
Come on, man, all them good explosive plays that you drew up, the running game. Where is it? Where's all the cuteness at
The
that you
cuteness.
had? You know, in the running game.
You said the cuteness. That's funny.
No,
Hey,
for real.
but I
There
agree with
was.
you. His 2 worst call games have to be the both Packer games, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, damn, what's his name? Um, Packers head coach.
LaFleur.
Yeah, there you go. It's like, um, it's like he knew what guess he was running. You were running the same fucking offense, pretty
Yeah, he
much.
know what he running. It's the same offense.
The,
He knows he running.
the outlook something different. Throw in some of your shit. Throw in some of your concepts. Throw in some of your plays
Remember?
instead of LaFleur's
Yeah.
offense.
Remember last year at some point, I forget was it the Patriots game or after that, when the Bears decided, and it was publicized that they decided to pay attention to the Ravens play calling and what they ran dialed up for Lamar Jackson.
Right,
Why
right.
didn't they use some of that yesterday, man?
Mm-hmm.
I think I
But
seen one QB
it
option
reverted back to
yesterday.
game one. Yeah, yeah. It was one QB design run
Right, one QB
to
design
me,
run. Yep.
and he didn't get nowhere because they was spying his ass. It was like he took what 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah.
That was it. And is that the play where Owens hit him and he hit his head off the turf?
It might have been. I can't remember if that was that play, but it might have been. It might have been, yeah.
Yeah, because I think I think that's that play he got shook up on. We got the first down, but he got shook up on.
Yeah.
And that was the play in which they started to go up tempo. I thought, man, I'm thinking they finna bring in another facet of the game of the offense, at least go up tempo. And where did that go?
Let's put this in some type of perspective. I'm going back to the last week's game against the Falcons. The Bears attempted 16 passes yesterday, right? And
Okay.
and 11 were completed. A week before, they attempted 32 passes, 20 completion. Of those 32, DJ Moore was targeted 13 times. That's more targets last week from one player that we had all completed this week for the whole receiving core. That's fucking
I don't
insane,
get
man.
it. I
Yeah.
don't get it. Where is the consistency at? You throw it 32 times one time, and you target your best player pretty much on offense 13 times, but in the next game, how many targets he have?
Yesterday?
Yeah,
Yesterday he had 6 targets, 4 receptions, 64
all
yards.
16 pass attempts.
Right.
Come on, man. How many times have we discussed on the pod that at
Got
least
to be double digits,
10,
at least 10.
at least 10 targets, at least 10,
At least.
and you barely got out at what 6 targets? Nah, man, you got to do better than that.
You got a number one receiver like DJ Moore. He has to hit the ball, has to come his way at least 10 times.
Got to. And again,
Dial it up, because DJ Moore has no problem. Justin Fields has no problems throwing it to DJ. So
none at all.
dial up the plays to DJ at least 10 times. Damn.
Right, at least 10 times. You can see Tanya. Tanya gets open.
Yeah. He just can't catch.
Got to catch the ball.
Just can't catch.
Right.
I was happy my boy Tyler Scott got a catch. I was like, yeah, about time, motherfucker.
EQ got a catch.
Yeah, early in the game, he surely did.
Yeah, target them boys. You don't know what they're going to do if you don't give them to throw the rock their way.
Exactly.
You at least got to see what they can do. You never know. They might be hot that game. They might be on. That way you can
you find out and keep going to him. Yeah.
Right. You can go away from DJ a little bit because they're gonna start bracketing him.
Right.
Okay, you got your other targets open.
Right.
See what they do. See if they can catch the ball.
Throw the DJ early, and then have the defense cheat to him, and then start hitting Tyler and
right.
Tunyon and all those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But at the same time, Tunyon got to catch the ball when it's thrown his way.
Facts.
Got to.
Facts.
You see what Bayless can do besides putting them back there on punt returns or kickoff returns.
Kick returns. We ain't putting them on punt returns.
Well, yeah.
Keep that, man.
They could, if they would have been smart, they could have did what Carolina did, put IMS back there.
Yeah.
Amir Smith-Marset.
Yeah.
He's still a pretty decent punt returner for Carolina. Should have put his ass back there. See what he can do since you sign out everybody.
It was the last game of the season. You might as well pull every trick out your book. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You plan to beat your rival. You're not playing to get into the playoffs because that's already decided. So you plan to beat your rival. Pull out all your tricks. Pull out all the stops.
You're not playing for a draft spot.
Right. Pull out all the stops. Go for it on 4th down. Try out some different shit on returns. All that shit.
They got too conservative. Like, you trying to win the game. No, you trying to knock them the fuck out the playoffs.
Right. Fuck?
You trying to win the game at the same time, but like you said, pull out all stops.
Yeah.
We playing our rivals. You play to win, especially with your rivals.
Facts. This is not going to.
I seen a Twitter poll. Either beat the Packers and we keep Justin Fields or some shit like that, or we lose to the Packers and improve our draft status. No, fuck the
No.
draft status. You
What were
play
we
to
gonna
win.
move?
You play to
We were
beat
gonna
the
move from
Packers.
nine to 10? Fuck that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nah.
No. You play to win, especially against the Packers.
So
Fuck a draft status.
we converted 13 first downs. They converted 24. How that almost double on the first downs. Our defense played terribly. And I was wondering the absence of
We
Jalen
didn't get
Johnson.
now 1 3 and out.
I was wondering the absence of Jalen Johnson, did that hurt us? Because I felt like our corners
I
were
don't think
taking too
so.
many chances. They were playing for the interception instead of the coverage. I felt like when I was looking at them, I felt like Stevenson and Kyler Gordon were playing for the takeaways and not for the coverage and downfield coverage when I was looking at them. What did you think about that?
I honestly thought it was Smith that was really playing for the interception before he got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've never seen coverage like that from him. To me, he's been a really good cover corner up until yesterday. Stevenson. Now I can agree with you with Gordon. Gordon, yeah, I believe he played more for the interception and not coverage. And I think Stevenson to me was like 50-50.
50-50. Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Yeah, their
that
coverage
big,
looked suspect in coverage yesterday, man.
yeah, but to me, that what really made him look bad, Stevenson looked bad was that when Love completed that pass in between against the cover two
Mm-hmm.
in that soft spot,
Mm-hmm.
and dude just took off across the field. I think that was a 51-yard gain.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. To me, that's the one where he looked really suspect on. But the other ones, I thought, in coverage, he looked at Diesel.
Okay. I also thought Eddie Jackson looked like he needs to be gone off of my team, man.
Yeah.
That man cannot tackle
I don't
a toddler.
as our boy the boss say, he was making a business decision.
He made a bunch of business decisions, like tackle
He
that
made a
motherfucker
bunch
down.
of them.
What the
Right. He
hell?
made a bunch of business decisions, as the boss would say. But
Yeah. Shout out to the boss,
he
man.
right for sure. There you go, bro. But now, as you just alluded to, he needs to be off the team. We need to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
I believe he's a prime cut candidate for the off season.
Yeah, especially with that contract.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We're gonna eat some dead money, but yeah,
and,
we need he
yeah.
needs to be replaced.
And I know his teammates love him because I heard him talk about him and stuff like that. He's the big bro on the squad. He has the experience and all that. But you got to show up on the field, man. On the field and
Yeah,
in film, yeah,
I,
for sure.
I think from his time here, he had what one good year tackling, which was what last year. He
Was it
was
last year, or
actually
year before?
tackling.
Yeah, yeah,
It was one of them. He only had one.
yeah. I agree. I'm with you.
He only had 1 year when he was tackling. So, man. But yeah, we need to shore up back there and get replace him. And I think Brisker needs to be a little bit better in coverage.
Hmm.
But coming downhill, that dude's like another linebacker.
Yeah,
I
he
ain't
is.
got a problem.
I love to see them when they blitz him too.
Yeah, I ain't got a problem with him in the box at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. But yeah, we need to go ahead cut our ties with Bojack.
It's crazy, man. Looking at this, we had 6 total drives. They had 7. But in those drives, the huge discrepancy is the plays. We only had 46 plays to their 60. So we're not sustaining these drives. We're not getting, we 3 and outs. We're not getting, another fresh downs, next fresh downs or whatever. So that's another hint towards the play calling and the
Well,
inconsistency.
wasn't we also 0 for 2 in the red zone?
I'm not sure if we were. Yeah. I think so. You're right. You're right.
I believe we was 0 for
Ky-
2 in the red zone.
Cairo was our hero. He scored all the points.
Yeah. And you when you get in the red zone, you got to convert.
Yeah.
And you know, especially with if you take those 2 drives in the red zone and get at least 2 touchdowns, you win the game.
It was some suspect play calling in the red zone. I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is not the play we need to. This is not the play we need to be running right now.
Now I think one play it was that it was one good play that I thought it was dialed up to commit when the dude got his head around and knocked the ball down.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
good.
Justin
Yeah.
probably I think Justin probably could have lobbed it a little bit toward him
Okay.
and instead of giving it to him on a rope. I
Yeah.
think that's why he was able to knock the pass down. But other than that, all the other plays, as you said, was pretty suspect.
Yeah. 0 for 2 in the red zone. They were 2 for 4 in the red zone.
Right.
Penalties. We did a good job keeping the penalties down. Did a great
Except
job.
on the
Nope.
last drive,
Yeah, except the last drive.
my boy
Great
Wright was
job on
holding.
the turnovers. We've cut the turnovers way down in the last couple in the last month or so. So that's good.
Yeah, especially
That's a
with the
good sign.
interceptions. I really like that. I really
Yeah.
like that. He cut down on the interceptions. He
Hmm.
still, I think, if you don't watch from behind him, you still got to get that clock going. Watch the pressure coming from behind, so he won't get strip sacked.
Yeah.
But other than that, the
Well, that didn't
fumbles
happen.
has been
So
cut down as
yeah.
well.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. So time of possession, 28 minutes, 36 seconds to the 31 minutes and 24 seconds. So it wasn't a huge discrepancy in time of possession. It's just the total plays. We just wasn't
Converting,
dialing up, yeah, converting on third and
converting
fourth
either because
down.
we had quite a few 3 and outs,
Yeah.
and if I'm not mistaken, I think there was we was 2 for 11 on
3 for
third down,
11, 3 for
three
11 on
for
third
11.
down, and they were 7 to 10, 70%.
Yeah,
So they converted their
that's been
third
our
downs.
Achilles the whole season. Can't get off the field on third down.
And that puts pressure on our defense, so more time on the field for them.
Yeah,
And we fourth down, we converted 1 of 1. And we should have probably went for a more than once on fourth down, considering our season is done.
right.
And this is our
Yeah,
rivalry.
we looked it short on that one for some reason. I thought
We
we were short.
we did look short, but
They
I'll
can't.
take it.
Yeah, for
I'll
real.
take it.
You ain't lying. I'll take it because
We
I
did
threw
look
my
short.
hands up. I threw my hands up on that play. I was like, "Fuck, we done."
Yeah.
I thought for sure we was done after that, but they gave it to us and they gave us some favorable spots, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. So
I appreciate that.
man.
But we man,
Mm.
it was a real big letdown for me. I'm gonna
Huge
be
letdown. I
real.
had us winning that game, man. I had us winning that game, fulfilling my 8-win prophecy. And I had us going out at the end of the
You
season
still
on a
win your
pot.
bet though.
Yeah, I did win my bet. Appreciate that. And I just had us going out on a higher note than that, even though the highest note is to make the playoffs and win it all, but realistically speaking, we weren't that type of team. But I just felt like we should have beat them at this
Yeah,
point in the season, and
yeah,
disappointed, like you said.
yeah.
Fuck.
I was, yeah, man. That was I was in my feelings yesterday. I was in my feelings after that one, man. Man, I was trying to bring all the mojo, bring all the juice. I changed jerseys every quarter. Whatever jersey that we won in this year, I changed into, and
Yeah. I was in my
man,
feelings a little bit. I kind of kept it to myself. I didn't want to spread it to everybody, want to be a
oh fuck
virus or
that.
nothing. But I
Yeah,
noticed something about myself, man. When we lose, I don't want to watch nobody's podcast right after the game. Because I hate hearing all the negative talk right after we lose. I
Yeah,
watch it. I watch it a day or two later, but not right after the game. When we
yeah.
win,
Well,
I'll watch it right after the game. I'm cool with it. I noticed that about
no.
myself.
I'm there with you. Except when we lose, I'm not watching football. I'm not watching no podcast. I'm not watching shit. What my wife watches, what we watching.
That's what you watching. That's the way you
That's what we
decompress.
watching.
And I need comfort food after we lose. For some reason, I gotta have one of my favorite snacks after we lose. I don't know, man.
And
So
I don't know. I'm
I'm
around here
trying
yelling
to
at
watch my
folks.
weight and all. So I'm gonna need us to win all 17 games next year.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And I got to yelling at the damn dog.
Damn.
And it wasn't even his fault.
Damn, the
Man,
dog. Hey, dog ain't did nothing but be a dog.
and he got it. He got the business too. Because I wanted to give it to Getsy, give it to Flus. Man, yeah,
Well, let's
I was
just
in my
hope that
feelings like
Ryan Poles give it to
like
him.
Mojo Rawlins.
Yeah,
You know
I
how
like him.
Mojo is,
Yeah, he's hilarious.
right? That's just how I think my wife got a few pictures of me yelling at the TV yesterday.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh, yeah,
But like I said, I hope Ryan Poles gives it to Getsy sometime this week.
yeah.
and I
Somebody,
would
some,
and I wouldn't be mad if he gives it to Eberflus. I ain't saying I want him gone, but I ain't saying I want him here. I
yeah.
wouldn't be mad if he gives it to Eberflus.
But
Mm.
unfortunately, I think Bruce is going to be back next season. We up in the air about Getsy, about him coming back, but at the same time, um, to piggyback off something you said a few pods ago, if we bring everybody back, I'm cringing when I say that. Especially Getsy. Getsy
Right.
gotta be better play calling.
I think I
Can't
said
start
this.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said I got to piggyback off what you said. Getsy gotta be better at play calling. You gotta be better at dialing up plays and a better scheme. You gotta learn from this year.
Right.
Can't wait until 5, 6 games into the fucking season to go off what Justin do good. Start off that way.
Facts.
Start off with his strengths. Start
I
off
need.
with your offensive strength.
I really want Getsy, and I don't know if he does this or not, but I want him to watch every single game and take valuable notes of every Bears game. Take valuable notes of his play calling and use that to improve. I also want
Yeah.
him to watch other teams and study them and how they call their games and situations. Because we lost
Yeah.
in a lot of situationals during the season. You know what I'm saying? We didn't manage the clock. We didn't call the right plays on these game-winning drives and things like that. He needs to pay attention to that shit if he's gonna be back here next season. That's just what I need from him.
And also is don't take the ball out of Justin's hand.
Man,
See what the man can do.
put it in his hand. Let him be the goat or the scapegoat. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Because if he's taking everything and putting and shouldering everything, putting everything on his back, let him take the reins.
Because he's either gonna do it or he's not, and I believe he can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I believe he can do it as well. He's trying to play within the system. You know, he ain't trying to buck the system. Man, this shit ain't working. In which he could do that, as like them players did with Matt Nagy. Man,
Mm-hmm.
this shit ain't working. But he don't want to do that. You know, he want to be the systems guy. I can play within the system. I can play within the framework of this system. Man, sometimes you got to buck the trend. Sometimes you got to buck that shit. If it ain't working,
Hey,
but
look,
he's not allowed to audible out of play.
look, I feel like this. Next year, going into his 4th season and his 3rd season in this system, if this team is all back together, he should have full control of audible out of whatever he sees on the
Good.
field. He ain't no rookie.
Good.
This ain't his
No.
first year in their system. He should be comfortable with the play calls and the system and all of that. He should be able to make the decisions he see on the field that fit. As simple as that.
But you know where you get pushed back from that? You're gonna have these idiots out here talking, oh, he can't read a defense.
That's not true though. We see him doing it.
We've seen him do it on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
You just got to take what the defense gives you.
Yep. Same thing that Jordan Love did yesterday. That's all he did. He didn't do anything impressive. He took what the Bears gave him.
And it was to me, that's why I say it was the exact the score might have been closer, but it was the exact same as game one.
And you know what?
He did nothing spectacular.
No, his running backs made shit happen, and his receivers run after the catch made shit happen.
Thank you.
But he just did what they gave him.
It was like both games was mirrored.
Yeah.
It was the score was just a little less. It was 17-9 instead of 31 to
38 to 20. Yeah.
Yeah, 38 to 20. To me, the game they had the same fucking game plan.
Yeah, they playing this cover 2 zone. Just throw between the coverage. Just throw between the coverage and let our receivers do what they got. They were missing their top weapon. Christian Woods didn't even play.
Missing their top 2.
Yeah, they didn't even play.
I don't know if Romeo Dobbs is his his top 2, but I know Christian Gonzalez. I mean
Christian Watson. Yeah, Christian Watson.
He is his top receiver.
Right.
And that boy Jordan Reed, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem.
I agree.
And he actually wanted to play with us, play for us, play with Justin.
Really?
Yeah, I remember him doing the draft saying that he wanted to actually play with Justin.
Okay.
And that boy's gonna be a problem. Out of Michigan State, yeah, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem.
So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the podcast. I know we all got things we got going on and things to do. And we end the season 17-9 L to the Green Bay Packers. 7-10 record. I feel like we're trending towards a better team next season. And we'll continue the podcast every week, and we'll talk about the off-season things, coaching changes if any, quarterback changes if any, free agency and draft and all that stuff. But yeah, this is where we at right now with the Setting the Tone podcast. I appreciate y'all checking us out, and we got more great content coming. J Mac, you got anything you want to close with?
Bear down, brother. We gonna get through this, and we're gonna go into this off season. I'm just gonna say me. I know you're Mr. Optimistic, so I'm gonna take a page out of your book, and I'm gonna go into this off season pretty optimistic and hope for the best, and just take everything day by day and see what our team looks like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the only thing we can do, man. We ain't gonna stress over no off season. We ain't gonna stress over no off season.
As Kevin Hart told Cat Williams, I gotta get this anger out of me.
Kevin Hart, a trip. Cat Williams is fucking hilarious.
I gotta get this anger out of me, so I'm gonna leave the dog alone. I'm gonna let him run around a little bit, let him run free.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna take me. Well, not today, but probably when I get off, get back in the morning, take me a couple of shots and reminisce on this season.
Yeah.
And top it up with my boy and see where we're gonna go on this next pod.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It might not ever be every Tuesday. We might do it in the middle of the week, because news happens, throughout the week. But we'll keep y'all on top of the Bears happenings. It might be a Wednesday, it might be a Monday. Who knows? Okay? And on that note, catch y'all later.
Peace out.
Bear down.
Bear down.